Hi everyone, thanks again for joining me for the Soulmate Twin Flame Oracle reading. I just want to say one thing. I want to thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. It's very touching to read a lot of your comments, but also the positive emails that I've been getting about what it's done for you. And many of you have told me that it really changed you in so many ways with my readings, and that really does mean a lot to me. It's a true blessing to be there for you all. I created this channel to expand my gifts to you all. Of course, obviously, I can't read everybody individually, one-on-one through the screen, but I feel like this is the best way for the angels to reveal messages through me to you to help you find your inner peace, to help you find what you need to take with you to a higher level, to the higher above, and use it to your advantage. See, that's what these readings are all based around. Not just telling you what to do. It's basically to help you find what you need to do in your life, because nobody has all the answers. I mean, we can look everywhere for the answers, but if we don't look inside ourselves and see where the messages are truly coming from, we'll never know. So that's where I try to help you find with your spirit guides, with your angels around you, that the messages that are coming to you and how to help yourself at the same time. So without further delay, let's begin. Okay, I've shuffled the cards, but before I shuffled, I've meditated and asked the angels to give us guidance on what we need to know for our future and what to expect with our soulmate, our twin flame, what we need to do to correct or help our relationship grow. The cards that I used were the Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, one of my favorite decks, and I use this almost every day. Now, the first card that I pulled, Let Your Past Go. Now, this card is representing the masculine, the divine masculine. And it's all about letting your past go. This is where your past needs to heal. You cannot heal until your past, anything that in your past that feels pressure, that feels like it's giving you a strain in your life, that you are unable to move forward. The divine masculine is feeling this, and it's time for that energy just to be released. Otherwise, you're always going to feel you can't get ahead, you can't move forward. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is to perfection. Only you can find your own sense of perfection in your life. Now, if you're always digging deep into wounds and past emotional negativities from prior times, how do you grow and how do you move past whatever happened? Now, it could be maybe an old flame, an old relationship that never came to and you've never gotten over it. Maybe it's someone that hurt you so badly that you don't, it's not that you want that person back into your life, it's just you're afraid to experiment, explore with someone new. And that is a cause of holding on to your past, actually. That's not a good thing. That's actually holding on to excess baggage. And that's what the divine masculine energy is doing right now. Letting go of that past negativity will actually help the energy to move past all of this and finally come to an agreement with the divine and be in a perfect balance. So if you're feeling this, you need to let it go. Also, that divine masculine energy will dominate sometimes whatever you're feeling, and it can take over. The ego sometimes will allow negative thoughts to enter into your mind, why you should keep the past negativity burning bright, burning higher, I should say. It's not bright. It's never going to get better until you let it go, until you just say, you know what, I've had enough, I'm going to just bury it, I'm just going to release it. The divine masculine energy is saying to you that the past is being held on to, and this is another reason why, if you're separated from someone, that energy is trying to come back, but the ego from that person is keeping them from you. That ego is actually preventing anything to come to a divine union. So if this is something that you're going through, if you can resonate with this, this is letting you know that there's a part of you into this, as well as your divine partner. The both of you need to let go and heal. That's another thing. That's something that you work on inside your internal spirit. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Time to go. Okay, very beautiful card. As you can see, this angel is on a mission. This angel is coming into a new day. It's like this angel knows that there is something else out there for them, and they're looking on for tomorrow. They know that the endings are actually just a beginning, as the card says it on the bottom, as you can read it. I don't know if it's coming in clear enough. I'm not going to read it, but you got the idea what I'm talking about. It's letting go and starting over again, because time to go, time to let go and just start fresh. Now that we're in the middle of something that is happening in our life, we realize that things happen to us that we don't understand sometimes, that it all happens for a specific purpose in our life to help us to gain something. When that masculine energy is not allowing you to let go, and they're not letting go, you have to just let it all go. You have to find it inside yourself. To find that true inner peace inside of you, that knowing that the beauty that lies inside of you, you're going to find it, you're going to shine, you're going to embrace what beauty is inside your heart. Otherwise, your soul center will always feel as if you're never aligned. Your chakras will never feel even. They will never feel aligned together. And working on yourself doesn't always necessarily mean that you have to work on your spiritual energy, but it's also working on you mentally. It's a mental thought. It's a mental purpose that what you're working on. Now, I like to do positive affirmations every morning. Positive affirmations actually helps me to release all that I just said, because we all have it, and no one's perfect. And if you're with your soulmate and you're happy with that person, that's wonderful. But if you're in a situation where you're not with your soulmate, or you're not in a complete relationship, it's going to always feel as if you are not complete. And that's why I always say doing the positive affirmations helps with releasing whatever excess baggage you have. It's a daily practice. It's a daily thought. Saying to yourself, I love myself, I am beautiful, I am amazing. You say this every day to yourself, and there's other ones, of course, but I'm just giving you an example. You will start absorbing all of this, that you will be able to let go, and that masculine energy will feel this as well, because when you're vibrating higher, they're vibrating higher, and the both of you can come to a divine union. It's never going to happen when one or the other is playing like a tag, like a spiritual tag. One step forward, two steps back. It just goes into like a circle pattern. You can't keep fighting with your soulmate. You can't keep fighting it. It's like you're not physically in a fight, but in a spiritual mental state you are, because you're not letting go of something. You're not letting go of some kind of fear-based energy, and that's something that is the root of it. Now, if you're not with someone that you want to be with, someone that you haven't found yet, this is another thing, that maybe that fear that you've had back in the past that never completely resolved itself, you've always held on to maybe the hurt, that the rejection that you've gotten from that person. That happens to all of us. That is something that we cannot control. People sometimes can be very cruel, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is cruel, because we all go through our own trials and tests, and we have to get past it. So you have to work on yourself in this area as well. So the next card, cleanse and detoxify. Okay, another card that I really love, because letting go requires a lot of work. And I don't mean just going on a juice diet. I mean cleanse and detoxify your soul, your spirit, your mental blocks that you have, because mental blocks also cause physical blocks. If you're always looking at the glass, like I've always said before, half empty, it's never going to resolve. It's never going to purify. And by not allowing it to purify, you're not going to let go of any of that past ego things, past ego stuff, I should say. So ego will play a big part into blocks, and blocks can go on for many years. You can grow into a person that you don't like who you become, and you know what? It just gets worse. It's like the person that you truly are, the beautiful, wonderful person that you are currently, can actually have a harsh exterior on the outside because of all the blocks. And it's not because you're just a negative person. You end up sending off negative vibes to people. And negative vibes automatically create people to feel intimidated in a way, or scared that they don't approach you the way they normally would have. And then you wonder, why isn't that person like interacting with me again? Why isn't that person being the person that I remember them to be? Well, that has a lot to do with yourself. And you know, we're not perfect. We are not. We always have to work on ourselves, just like other people that we see. You know, they have faults, they have big egos, they have things going on, but just because you're working on yourself and you have some things that you have to work on, like you have the ego, doesn't mean that they can't find it as well. So it's kind of like contagious. It's kind of like you cleanse, you detoxify your soul center, letting go, purging through anything that is negative, that does not serve a purpose. You will actually invite other people to say, you know what, I want some of that. What do I do? And before you know it, you've become this bright, shining light that you've enhanced and helped so many people without even trying to. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to start like talking to people and giving seminars and lectures to people, but your soul is like a magnet, and you can attract a lot of people without realizing you're attracting these people, just the same way as pushing them away. It just goes on and on and on like this. This is why you're working on yourself. Also, cleanse and detoxify mind, body, and spirit. I like to do exercise to also cleanse the body. Cleansing the body, you can use detox diets, you can do juicing, you can do whatever that works for you. Ask a doctor if you're on medication, or if it's right for you before you start anything. But I recommend doing something for your body that's healthy, that's good for you, that you feel good about. Staying away from processed foods is number one. You don't have to go drastic, adding fruits, veggies to your diet, slowly bringing other things into your diet, and it just goes on like that. Before you know it, you have cleansed and detoxified yourself, and you didn't even really put a whole lot of effort. You do it slowly. Exercise, like I've always told you guys before, you don't have to join like this big gym in order to do some cardio. You can do some walking, you can do whatever, you can get workouts at home. I mean, there's so many different ways and options that there is no excuses that will prevent you from working out and exercising just to get to your goals, not to be competing with anybody. But it's all, like I said, you know, that's another video for some other time, but it all fits into mind, body, and spirit, because without cleansing the body and cleansing the mind with exercise and healthy eating, your spirit is never going to feel complete. Your spirit is going to feel groggy inside. So it helps the spirit to gain something from all of this. So I really feel that this is a direct message for all of us to get healthier. We can do it. I mean, this is like something that everybody can do. Never say I will and I'm going to. Always say that. Just remember those words. Okay, let's go to the next card. Oh, the law of attraction. Yes, the law of attraction. Beautiful angel, attracting abundance of the animals, of love. We've gotten this card once before and it's come up again. It's a card that is another message. Beautiful card representing a lot to do with attracting what you want in your life, the positive. Every thought, every feeling you get, it's actually putting out there what you're looking for. It's the power to bring in positive energy. Now, there's books, there's things you can read on the internet, what the laws of attraction, so I am not going to go into it right now, but I will tell you that if you're thinking negative and holding on to the ego, that's basically not allowing you to let go of your past. That is the opposite of the laws of attraction teach us, because you have to move forward. You have to let go. In other words, if you're not letting go of all these things, how do you find the happiness and the positive? The positive energy will only come to you, I'm going to tell you right now, when you are attracting it, when you're focusing on it. If you're not focusing on positive energy and you're just looking to just make things the way they are and just say whatever, you're not going to find happiness. So the laws of attraction is something I feel like positive affirmations help, positive thinking, and more importantly, try to stay away from negative people. And I don't mean everybody is negative, but people who do things that we don't necessarily do, that seems to be negative. And I'm not going to go into and judge nobody, but you'll know who I'm talking about. You know the type of people I'm talking about, because we're all one and we can all change. So the people that seem to be negative can actually become positive people. But for now, in order for you to heal and to move past all of this, you need to stay away from people who are judging, talking negative, gossiping, things like that. Try to avoid it, because it'll only be the opposite of the laws of attraction. Like I said before, it's actually doing the opposite of what the laws of attraction teach us. Okay, so I hope that this reading really resonated with you. I know there was a few things that really resonated with me right now. And if you have any questions, please feel free to just put them down into the comments area. I do read everything and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Also, check out my other videos. I do have many different types of videos that basically are teaching about soulmates and twin flames, and you could also visit my blogs, which I have many articles about soulmates and twin flames for the past few years. And if you're interested in getting a reading or a private session with me, you can book your reading on one of my blogs. I have the links down in the description area. Also, if you like this video, I hope you can give me the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So until next time, love and light to you all. God bless.